In a universe with billions of stars, there is the Milky Way. And within the Milky Way, there is planet Earth. And on this planet, there's a country. And in this country, there's a house. And inside this house, there is Mark. And Mark has a problem. His Bitcoin dropped 2%. As you may understand, this is a huge problem. Mark knows that Bitcoin is money that doesn't really exist. But what he doesn't know is that he doesn't actually exist too. Even the universe does not really exist. It all looks very real. It is as if you are living in a three-dimensional world where you are an individual with free will. However,
we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There is no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we are the imagination of ourselves.
Non-duality means not two. It points to the idea that everything is one consciousness. Let's use Ramana Maharshi's metaphor of the wide screen. Consciousness is like the wide screen in which everything appears and disappears. So there are trees, and there are animals, there are humans, and there's even the universe. It all comes and goes. So all our thoughts, feelings and experiences are like projections on the wide screen. But the wide screen, this consciousness, will always be there and always stays untouched. All the projections, they look very real to us. However, reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Mark's computer interprets zeros and ones and then creates a visualization on the screen. In the same way, Mark's brain interprets elementary particles and then creates the experience of a world. It is not the brain that creates consciousness. The brain is a tool through which consciousness can experience a world that looks real to us. There's one consciousness experiencing itself through billions of creatures. The consciousness that looks through your eyes is the same consciousness that looks through my eyes. And there's not even a difference between you and me. Just like a wave is not separate from the ocean. It's all one. Even death is merely an illusion. Projections come and go, but the wide screen will always be there, just like consciousness will always be there. So if everything is consciousness, then what is this consciousness? We don't know. Because the eye can see, but it cannot see itself. So that will always be a mystery. Now, why does Mark need to know all of this? If you believe that you are a separate being, it mostly involves two fears. Am I good enough? And I need to control life. And when things go differently from what you expected, there's mostly anxiety, stress and frustration. Once you realize that everything is one consciousness at play and that everything goes as it goes, life will be experienced in a more relaxed way. And whether there is frustration or liberation, it simply goes as it goes.